The market drops into our support area as expected and holds. So are we bullish or bearish? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, I talked about the fact that I had a very hard time with the market breaking out directly and that the most likely path was to pull back and test at least Tuesday's low, and that's exactly what we saw. The market pulled back and tested the low and held and then pushed higher from there. So now the question is, are we bullish or bearish? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the charts, I am going to have a soapbox moment here. We all know YouTube trolls are losers. This one is no exception, but he did go after something that bothers me. And his comment is, buy the course and join PT's room at $98 per sucker. Now, if you know anything about me, I care about my traders more than anything except my family. I want them to succeed. We are in our rooms. We provide a ton of value, especially PT. And he got these comments today, and it coincides with this, which was really great, from one of our users. Thanks again for your guidance. I made a significant amount of money overnight, enough to pay for both of my children's tuition for this month. I'm pretty sure that's more than $98, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty excited to pay that without having to come out of his pocket. Then he sent another one because PT is doing so well. Do you plan on running the income trade posts for a long time to come, or is it something you're going to stop posting after a while? I'm asking because it has literally been the most successful, if not the only successful, sustainable trading strategy I've ever participated in, and I'd hate for it to end before I at least mastered doing it on my own. He sent one more because he's having such an amazing week. Today you helped me pay for my wife's car, auto insurance, and our groceries for the week. Thank you. Hope you don't mind these types of messages. I really want you to be able to actively visualize the impact you are directly making on people's lives. It's important for me that you know the good you are doing. So if you want to be that kind of sucker that has his kids' tuition paid, his groceries paid, his car insurance paid, and is absolutely loving being in our rooms, we're here for you. PT is killing it. If you can see on the screen here, it's kind of hard to decipher because it's just kind of his trades and his profits, but he's made money every single day this week. And on his trades, he's up 38 points so far in January, and he made 75 points in December. He puts in a lot of time and work, and so do I, because we care about our people and we want you to succeed. So I'll step off my soapbox there, and if you want to be part of this winning team, guys, stay tuned for later in the video. But for now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. All right, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and in yesterday's video, our two primary paths, I should say our primary and our alt path, both had us coming down to test this area right here, and that's exactly what we did. The market came down here, okay? They sold off early on, came down, tested this area, the bulls held, and pushed back up. So the question is, where are we? Are we bullish or bearish? Now, because we pushed up so high, and because the bears failed to hold on the way up yesterday, I did say that I gave the bulls the benefit of the doubt, and that the primary path is bullish for now, and that remains the case as we speak. So the two main paths that we're going to look at here, the first one is our primary path, and it's still the bullish path. So it would be that we had an ABC to the downside into support, okay? And we're working on a 5-wave structure up. Now, they only have 3 up so far, and then they've pulled back in what looks like a wave 4 towards 4,800, and then they've tried to bounce. Now, they do need to make one more high here to give us 5 up, to give us the wave 1 of this first move higher that would target this 49.50 area and break out to new all-time highs. So the bulls have the ball. It's in their court. The question is, can they follow through? Now, this is not a slam dunk to the upside. Internals are not that good. Selling is happening under the hood, and there is some other indicators that we talk about in our course and in our room that are telling us that we should be expecting some selling soon, but that can come after we go higher. But it's not a slam dunk. First of all, they need to make another high to give us a clean 5 up. And then what we would expect, we have PPI tomorrow. If they can give us another high, we would expect a quick move up, a spike down for a wave 2, and then a move higher in wave 3 of this move up. So you have wave 1 up, wave 2 down, and then you start to break out in wave 3. And that move would break the all-time highs and push up toward 49.50 overall. Now, not tomorrow, obviously, over the next few days, but that would be the path we'd be looking at to the upside. So one more high, as long as they hold over 4,800. If they break below 4,800, then we start to look more at our bearish path. And that path would be that off of this high, we do have 5 down, and it's not a terrible 5 down. It is very reasonable to conceive this as 5 down. And then we would have a bounce and 3 waves up. And this is why we need a one more high, because it's 3 waves up. Then you'd look for a 4-5 to give you 5 waves up. But as of right now, it's only 3 up. And if they maintain that and break below 4,800, we would expect them to come down and test this low again in a 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and then a 3, 4, 5 down to test this low. That would give us 1 of the C wave down. So you got this big capital A, this big capital B, and then we'd be looking for C, 1 of C down into this area here, back towards 4,700 again. Then we get a bounce in 2 of C and then down from there. So those are the 2 paths that we're tracking. The question is going to be, first, can the bulls get one more high before over this high here at 48.20.75? Can they get one more high over that high to give us 5 up before they break 4,800 to the downside? And if they can, we should be looking for a spike down and then a move higher from there. If they can't, then we'd be looking for the bears to break down below 4,800, break this support here, and a break of this support would be a warning to the bulls. It doesn't mean we're 100% bearish, because you still have the opportunity for this to be an A, B, C into this area and then higher. But it does give us, with this 5 down and then a break of this support, it should be considered a warning to the downside. So key levels matter. That's why we give both a bullish and a bearish path, because the key levels matter. 4,800 before they make a high tells us we're probably going to head down for another low. If they make a high and then break down, that's more bullish. So understand your key levels, understand what you're looking for. Those are the 2 primary paths. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, on the NASDAQ, I did move a couple of things around. And yesterday, I have wave 3 here yesterday. And I think it lines up better as I looked at it more. I think it lines up better with this being wave 3 of this wave 3. So instead of this being all of wave 3 here at this top, it's just wave 3 of this wave 3. Then you'd have wave 4 down and wave 5 up, where this would be all of wave 4, and we'd be starting this wave 5 up towards the 17,600 area. Then we'd look for 4 and 5 after that up toward that 18,000 area to complete the overall move. So that would be the little change here. If you notice that on the chart that I made, doesn't mean this can't be all of wave 3 here. It's very possible that is the case. But I think it lines up better here, and here's how we'll decide which is which. So in the case that we are bullish here, the NASDAQ would have the start of its move up, and then they pulled back, tested support here. They didn't quite get down as far as ES, but got deep enough. And then you've got the move up, and they have 3 up, okay, and they need to make one more high here as well. Then you'd look for a pullback and then a breakout from there up toward that 17,600 area, 17,700 area overall. And then we'd be looking for a bigger wave 4 back into this 16.5 area before heading back towards 18,000 in a bigger picture sense. Now, if we are in the bearish count, they likely don't make another high here, and they start to move down. And then on PPI, we spike down through this support and start the move down, where this would be the wave C into this 16,000 area that we've talked about yesterday. Now, if they make this move down, then I would count this as all of wave 3, and this is wave 4. But if they are going to be in the bullish count, I think it lines up better with wave 3 targeting about 17,600. We get a pullback in 4, and then up toward that 18,000 plus area overall to align better with the ES's structure and what we're looking at. So very similar counts on the NASDAQ as usual, but we did adjust the bigger count a little bit, moving 3 of 3's target over to 17,600, where it was back here at this high. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. And this is because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it. I want you to become part of the trading team. I want you to understand what's going on. Guys, the crazy thing is it's not just PT and I giving value. We have some really talented traders. One of them there, I consider him a friend. I've met him personally. His name is Roofdoc. He puts out member trades all the time. He is very successful. He gives them out for free just in the members area. You can see on here, had a great day. He does an amazing job in there, and that's just something you get added on, not even part of the room. So I want you to get in there. Take that 7-day free trial. Make sure it's for you, and you can cancel at any time. We also have the Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, and this weekend we will be launching our advanced Elliott Wave course. And these courses are helping real traders make real money and understand the market in a way that finally makes sense. It's very confusing when good news makes the market go up and bad news makes the market go down, and it can be very hard to understand why this happens. With Elliott Wave, you have the key levels, and you know what happens when those levels hold. You know what happens when they break, and you know what the alternate paths are. This is why we talk about the primary and the alternate path, so we can adjust our trades and know when we're wrong. This is as important or more important than understanding when you're right. In the course, it is 25 videos where I go through the introduction, which is your expectations, your mindset and emotion, the KISS method and why it works, your chart setup and tools, which is every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave and why and how they work, and the Elliott Wave for Beginners area, where we go through each wave, how to measure them, how to understand them, how to get their targets, how to know when they fail, everything you want to know, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation. This course for anyone who wants to understand an irrational market. The really cool thing about this is if you want to learn these things and you don't want to have to pay the $67, you can get them for free and all of the extra benefits by joining our monthly rooms. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as any training material we release. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade, which means we trade quite often in my room. If you're looking for futures trading, income trading, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, where one of our users is absolutely killing it, or PT's advanced training or individual stocks, you need to check out PT's throne room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as futures trading, individual stocks, the income trading method that's amazing. Guys, you have to check this out. He's killing the market with this. And PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures his trades that's so unique. It's something you really have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you the 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, the key takeaways for today: the bulls need to hold over 4,800 and then push back up for a new high to give us 5 up. If they can do that, we would look for a spike down that holds this low and then a push higher to break out over this level for the new all-time highs. However, if they cannot give us another high here before they break 4,800, then we would be looking for at least another low in a C wave, if not a bigger move down toward the 4,700 area in wave 1 of a bigger wave C. Guys, it's the weekend. Grab yourself a drink, get with your family, enjoy yourselves, get away from the computer, and I will talk to you next week.